Hey folks, this is Ritik here. Welcome to Ritik's Horizon. Today I'm going to talk about notifications which has been released, that is SBI PO 2022 notification. And what is shocking for me is that there are 300 to 350 vacancies less this year. SBI used to publish around 2000 or 2100, something like that figure. 2000 and above figure in their vacancy. Okay, but this time it is unfortunate that they have released 1700 vacancies, around 1700 specifically. If I want to tell you, 1673 or something. Okay, if you want to know about it, you can definitely go through their notification in their official website. And one more interesting fact, or one more interesting thing which has been introduced this time, is this, that they have introduced psychometric test. Okay, that is psychomotor test, whatever you can call. It is psychologically, they want to profile your CV, or they want to profile you on the basis of what you have experienced, what your psychology is, and whether you are actually fit for banking services or not. They want to check it out. Okay, but yes, they have written that it may take this exam. Okay, they may take the psychometric test. Okay, so it is not mandatory right now. They have actually notified that it may be taken, but it is quite unsure about. We are definitely not sure. As a student, or as an aspirant, or as a job seeker, you cannot expect 100% accuracy on that fact. But yes, if they have published that yes, it may be taken, so be ready for that. I think don't worry for that. So कोई बात नहीं, आप अगर इसके बारे में जानते नहीं हो, ठीक है, वट एवर यू हैव, यू कैनॉट चेंज ना. If there is a psychological test or something like that, or aptitude test that is fit for banking services, you cannot change your psychology in a meantime. Okay, so there are 3 months left for your exam. It may be taken on 16th, 17th or 18th December. Those dates are, please see that specific date. Okay, so we have 3 months in our hand. What you can say is that in your hand, it is you and your hard work that will give you an opportunity to work for SBI, that is State Bank of India. It is the largest public sector bank, of, or say you can say that it is the largest bank in India, and currently has the largest number of branches all across India. Okay, and definitely it's a big bank, and government has a good stake on it, and they have a good control in it. It's a public sector bank actually, so there's a control over government. It's not a government job. Everyone thinks that banking services or banking sector jobs are government jobs. No, this is not actually. Those banks, those commercial banks which come under the purview, or they come under government stake, those banks are called PSUs, that is public sector bank. Okay, government had a good control over these banks. That's why they are separated, and they are separately called public sector banks. There are other banks, private banks, HDFC, ICICI, Axis, and all, and other cooperative banks, other such banks, non banking finance, then other many banks. Okay, so there are also many banks which are microfinanced institutions. They are not being registered in RBI actually, to run as a full-fledged bank. But yes, there are so many banks, and apart from that, the banks which are PSUs have a good control over the government. Okay, so these banks have an immense opportunity to work for, to know the actual realm of banking sector in India. SBA has a customer base of around the population of America. Yes, you heard it right. This is around, if I'm not wrong, 46 crore, and this is the population of United States of America. So you can think of how it is, how large the bank is and few million workforce is handling such a great organization, and it's a great organization for work for. I have worked for. I am working in SBI, so I can tell you, yes, it is a good bank. There are a lot of pressures, definitely in all banking and finance sector. There is pressure, but as compared to other public sector banks, SBI is the largest bank, and therefore it has a pressure. And for that, you are being remunerated, you have good pay and perks in SBI. So don't worry for that. Think of just getting into that bank. Okay, this is the best bank to work for in India right now. So, and it is you can see how it is making profits. Okay, you can definitely read quarterly profits which are being released. So what I can see, what I can want to tell you, what I want to guide you is that work very hard for it and practice as many mocks as you can, because practicing mocks is the key to success here. Because here you have to find those questions which have to be skipped. Okay, so you need not to hover around hard questions. You have to identify easy questions and solve it at once in a very shortest time. Okay, you have very little time in solving banking exam questions, and those are reasoning questions, quantitative aptitude, that is maths, what you can say, and English. So be ready for that for preliminary exam. So these parts are coming, that is English, reasoning, and maths. And in part 2 there is general knowledge, general awareness, banking finance knowledge, English comprehension, apart from reasoning and quantitative aptitude. So what I want to I have a good tip over banking exam, that because I have experienced and I have cleared. So be focused, be very focused on solving reasoning type of questions, because banking exams, if you have a good grasp of reasoning, then definitely you can ace the exam. Okay, many hard questions used to come in quantitative aptitude. Okay, but you need to find those simple questions and solve it immediately. Okay, so those hard questions will definitely come, but you need to skip those questions in quantitative aptitude. But yes, you have immense time to solve reasoning questions. Those are very easy, and if you go through it and practice such questions, you will be very elated when you can actually solve it in seconds. Okay, you see the question, yes, this in this way it is going to be solved. Okay, okay, this and this, and you got the answer. So practice, practice, and practice. This will definitely make you a perfect candidate to ace this exam, to clear this exam, and make laurels to your family and definitely to yourself, because you are the one who can decide your success and failure too.